What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Whiskey Dixon. I'm Sugarbear.
I'm Eric.
And we're starting off with a whiskey that we should have reviewed a while ago. Sorry, Gian, thank you again for donating this. We just had too many whiskeys and too many things came up, and anyways, long story. But we're back and we're finally giving this a review. So today we're drinking Westward American Single Malt Stout Cask Edition, finished in Oregon Stout casks, which it doesn't specify on here, but I happen to know from the man himself, it's aged in Deschutes the Abyss.
One of my favorite breweries.
Cask? Yeah.
Classic.
No, for when you're talking Oregon, you're talking about Deschutes and Rogue, essentially. These are like the two main breweries everyone knows, so it's very Oregon of them to use a Deschutes cask.
Very
I think
cool.
That's really cool, actually.
Beautiful glass, my goodness.
No, it's a very unique bottle. Never seen any other bottles this shape, really.
Looks like
Kind of a
relic.
wacky shape. Yeah, it does. Comes in at 46% ABV, which...
Nice.
Exactly, so you don't have to chill filter it. As far as I know, it's most likely natural color. I'm going to throw this on the floor. Yeah, we haven't even opened this yet. Fresh bottle.
Dang.
Did I just spill some?
Did fume come out? There's like vapor.
There was like pressure. Like,
Sublime.
ooh, boy. That smells good. I already know I'm going to like this. What's cool
That
about
color.
Westward, they're not trying to make single malts that taste like Scotch. They're trying to redefine what American single malt whiskey is and what it should taste like. And so it's kind of its own style, because really there aren't any major single malt distilleries in America. That's very much a Scottish tradition, Irish. You don't see it as much here. And so they were like, we don't want to make Scotch whiskey in America, we want to make American single malt. We want it to be like its own thing.
And when you live outside of the whiskey belt, I mean, the bets are off. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly, they can kind of do whatever they want. I mean, they make a really high quality mash too. I know that it's Sierra Nevada ale yeast is what they use to ferment.
Oh, really?
Their entire, the mash for this. So, and I believe they use their grain as well. Like,
So which one, Ireland or Scotland, who does the beer yeast typically versus?
They kind of both will, but mostly
Okay.
Ireland, I believe.
Gotcha.
In Scotland, it's more common to use a distiller's yeast. And in Scotland, they don't really pay a whole lot of attention to what yeast they're using. Most of them just kind of use the same shit.
Okay.
Whereas in America, like there are distilleries like Four Roses where it's like they use like 4 or 5 different yeast strains between their just 2 mash bills to make like 10 different bourbons.
Okay.
Which they blend in certain amounts to make their... So yeah, we tend to focus a lot more on yeast actually in American whiskeys than they do in Scotland or Ireland.
How much does the yeast actually affect the flavor?
It
versus
has some
the mash?
effect. It's not huge, but I would say it's maybe like 5-10% different.
You
know?
can tell then.
Yeah, there's a noticeable... Man, on the nose.
Yeah.
It smells like cookies or something. I'm having a hard time figuring this out.
Seriously, this is very different.
What the fuck does that smell like? It's not bad, it's just
It's kind of musky.
very, like I think I said this on the other Westward review, but it smells like standing in the lumber department at Home Depot.
Yeah. That could be an expensive
Like
visit.
fresh wood, very fresh.
Yeah.
Freshly cut wood.
Are we pulling some? Oh, that's
Smooth as silk.
Jinx.
Yeah. That is killer.
Wow, that is smooth.
That's stupid smooth.
Hello, Oregon. Welcome to the party.
Yeah, no, that's a game changer. Oh man. Oh, and it gets so chocolatey in the finish.
Yeah. Just
So it starts
velvet.
out really sweet. I would say kind of fruity, like dark fruit, like plum.
Mm-hmm.
And then the finish is all like milk chocolate.
So what gives it that chocolate taste? I mean, I know
Stout
it's-
cask, definitely
Okay.
the stout cask, because
Gotcha.
the other Westwards don't have that. Like
Okay.
the other two we've
That makes
had
sense.
don't have that chocolatey finish. The only other like stout finish whiskey I could even think of would be like Jameson. Like Jameson's
Yeah.
probably the most common. The Jameson Cask-Made Stout
Which,
Edition,
that is a good bottle.
which is
bang for
great
your buck.
actually, and it also retains some of that chocolatey, roasty stout
Yeah.
character. But this is like creamy chocolate. Like,
it
this is straight up like chocolate milk, Hershey bar.
Yeah, this caught me off guard, man.
That is delicious. Westward, thank you. Oh man, you guys deserve more credit for what you're doing.
46%.
Phenomenal.
Well hidden.
I'd
Nice
love
color.
to try one of these at like a cask strength,
Yeah.
like a higher proof, because it's so smooth. For 46, it's so insanely smooth.
Yeah, you wonder if you
It's
can get some
almost
more out of
too
it.
smooth. It's almost like I would love like a higher proof version of this.
Well, cheers to Deschutes, Westward. I like what you're doing. That's cool.
It's just so Oregon, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
using the Deschutes barrels. I love that. I love that. Like I love that they're really trying to make their own unique character to their whiskey.
How long is it aged in the stout? Does it say?
You know, I'm assuming it's finished. Yeah, it's
pretty
finished.
dark.
Because the way that they age all their single malts, they start in essentially like just a new charred oak cask. So
Yeah.
like what you would use for bourbon.
Okay.
So not like what they use in Scotland where it's a refill cask.
Right.
They're using that new charred oak to get both the color and also
Obviously the flavor.
that oak. Yeah, that intense oak, because American whiskeys tend to be a lot oakier than like Scotch whiskeys,
sure.
Irish whiskeys. And so they wanted to have it taste American, but still be smooth and refined, like a nice single malt.
And you can taste the oak.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The oak is
It's-
way more prevalent
it's tannic.
than like a Scotch whiskey. But it's not like bitter
But it's not-
tannic or
no.
cloying tannic.
It's not
It's
sticky
just-
or anything.
Just oaky, like sweet charred oak, and then to me the finish on this is just phenomenal. It's just honey and milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Like that's really, really good. And it doesn't say an age on it. I'm assuming it's not like that old. I'm thinking it's 3-4 years maybe. I mean,
Which is dang
three's the
surprising
minimum.
for just
Oh,
how
it's
smooth it is.
amazing for, because they haven't been around that long. It's a fairly new distillery. So
So they distill on their own property.
yeah,
they have their
this
own
is a
stills.
real distillery. Yeah, MGP did not make this. This isn't one of those. They had to make everything themselves because it's single malt. MGP doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's why, you just don't see a lot of American single malts in general. We tend to do a lot more corn-based whiskeys just because it's cheap, it's
Yep.
available. But it's really cool to see someone go against that and really make like a really fine single malt. But
A lot
that
of
still
attention
has-
to detail.
Exactly, and it's still American in character. Like the oak, the amount of oak is definitely way more reminiscent of American whiskey.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty rad. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you again, Gian, for the donation. That's so sick. This is really good. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. And sorry it took us so long to get around to this. Like I said, we just had a lot of whiskeys going. Yeah, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
I mean, man, I just love that it's local. I love that they're utilizing Deschutes.
Yeah.
You know, I go to Oregon
Very,
pretty
very
regularly.
Oregon. That's
Yeah,
what
love
I was
Oregon.
like, oh, that's just so. Yeah, this is like the essence of Oregon right here. Well, if you like this, smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Instagram, let us know what other whiskeys you want to see us review. As far as I know, as of right now, we've reviewed all the Westward stuff because they only have 3 releases, I'm pretty sure. But I'm assuming they have other things in the works, and because they do all kinds of experimentation and stuff. So can't wait to see what you guys do next. Please send us another bottle if you got anything new going. And I am Sugarbear.
I'm Eric.
We are Whiskey Dixon. Till next time, cheers. Keep on drinking.